Hello. Hello. Okay, so special Monday stream because we didn't have any weekend streams. Another day off. But I didn't feel like doing voices in Paradise Killer because we have so many questions to ask. So I thought, let's discover more in AI. Because I am curious what's happening in this game. Of course, I've moved my mic because Newman was over it, so I put it back so I wouldn't whop it. And now I'm not quite sure if it's in the right place. I should move it out of the way. Does that pick me up still okay? Kind of, yes. Should be fine. Oh, turn up the gain. Okay, that should be good. My TV, so I can actually hear this. I might need to turn up the volume on the stream, but let's see how it goes. So, load again. Manual save. Hi, Leaky. Can you hear me okay?
I thought it would be easier to talk to you this way.
The Bat's 490 code. I solved it.
The ultimate dream that humanity has been yearning for thousands of years. It will soon become a reality.
If he's willing to lie about one thing, he's willing to lie about everything.
Okay then, let's begin.
The experiment worked! Oh, happy Shikara.
Okay, so far, let's check in on our Tamagotchi. Why was I born into this world? Okay, so we're doing different answers this time because we want to get unlock different thingamajiggies. So I'm going to go with something needs to be done. Oh no! I'm still Mizuki! Damn it. Okay, well then we need to figure out how to not be Date and be the other one. Typical. I just do the same answers. I don't do it on purpose. Ow. And have a hole in my thumb. Cool. So, let's get the flowchart up. It's easier to go off that. So, we started off on a quiz show, and half a body appeared. And then, 6 years later, the other half of the body appeared. So then we went into a drunk mindscape. And then we flashed back. Well, then we went back 6 years to find out what happened 6 years ago. And then we went into a weird-ass scientist mindscape, which was just freaking bizarre. And now we are about to find out the next chapter. So, this is all set exactly 6 years apart. Ow. Sorry. So it all started on February the 10th. But exactly 6 years apart. The thing with the body appearing, the other half of the body appearing 6 years later, is it appears that the body had been alive, and that can't be possible if the other half died 6 years ago. The other half did disappear into flames, so yeah. A little confused. Okay, so then what we've done... So yeah, the scientist was lying to us about some video. Oh yeah, because it's a weird-ass YouTube video thing as well. Hey, Fuzzy! Sorry.
Why would they make something like this indoors?
I needed to play it. I didn't have the voice to do Paradise Killer, which also you don't want to watch, so... you're just gonna have to catch up. Simple as that. Oh no, I understand you're not. I'm just saying. But I would like you to be able to watch my streams, so... I will play other stuff this week. At the moment, there's no spoilers, except for what I just said about half a body, but seeing as like the whole premise of a trailer was like the half body killer, I think you possibly already know that. But yeah, I have no answers, and it's weird. Yes. Hi, bye.
Who knows?
He's a waterfall. Why is there a waterfall inside? I would kind of like a waterfall inside.
That's the nonupal X, the symbol of Nyes.
Non-upal means consisting of 9.
It's the Nonary Games! Conspiracy theory, this is the prequel to the Nonary Games.
You know how there's single, double, triple? Non-upal is the 9th.
So nonupal X means 9 X's?
Seems so.
Did you know that Nyes is derived from 9-exed lozenge? Lozenge referring to a diamond shape. In other words, Nyes means the 9 X's of the diamond.
Nice. Yes, it is Monday. There's a glass doll. Okay, well, what don't we say?
Judging by the way you asked that, I assume that's Jin's estimated time of death?
Possibly.
Well, yes.
I was in Okinawa from the night of the 8th. I had a seminar to attend on the 9th and 10th. I returned to Tokyo late last night.
I checked the logs for hotels and airports, for smartphone access points, and the security footage for each location. It's true that Tokiko was in Okinawa from the 8th to the 10th.
So she has an alibi.
As long as you presume Jin's body wasn't brought back with her from Okinawa.
I had a very hard time finding the place. After all, NICE is a secret organization hidden from the public.
It's a good thing Boss just happened to know someone who knew this location. Otherwise, we would have been out of luck.
Even after I got inside the building, it wasn't easy. The guards, the security gates. If I hadn't met Mamoru at the entrance, I probably wouldn't even have made it to this office.
I know about Abyss, and I know it's trustworthy. That's why I let you through to talk to the president.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, but I'm also her bodyguard. I used to be a bodyguard for a certain politician until the end of last year. He was a piece of human garbage. I slugged him in the face and resigned, then ended up here thanks to an acquaintance introducing me. I was only hired recently. I don't know much about it, really. Something funny. There, I said it.
I like him.
Your badge.
That's something phony.
What is this? A vaudeville routine? That wasn't funny at all.
Okay, so let's wink sync. Oh no, but then we can't wink sync with her. Damn it.
It was a heat of the moment thing, but I ended up quitting my job. I don't regret punching that scumbag, but... what am I going to do now? I've got 10 children to think about. What? A job? With the conditions I requested? Yeah, I'll do
10
it.
children?
I'll do anything, as long as it's not illegal.
We can't wink sync with her now.
Anyway,
we
I
can
was
always replay
surprised.
the memory.
I had heard of NICE, a secret organization, but I thought it was just an urban legend. I can't believe it actually exists.
Yes, there has been all sorts of gossip about us. Some claim we're a secret society of Satanists, or that we have something to do with a sequence of binary code that came from space. But that's all nonsense. Made-up stories that become more and more embellished as they were passed on. Rumors are quite a terrifying thing. NICE is a perfectly legitimate ideological society. Our headquarters are located in New York, with many branches in cities throughout the world. This is one such branch. This is a common misconception, but NICE is not a religious organization. We are a group of like-minded individuals who act together based on a certain understanding of the universe.
And that is?
The simulation theory. Have you heard of it?
That the world is an artificial simulation of reality created by someone or something. That's the theory.
You're saying everything in this world we're living in isn't real?
Yes. It's a false world constructed with specific rules by a program. And if it is made by a program, there must by necessity be imperfections, edges, or seams. To find these seams, or to create them, is our objective.
Why would you do that?
If you tear at the seams of a cloth, it will unravel, and a hole will be created. Thusly, we will tear at the seams of the program until it is unraveled, and its people are emancipated. That is our ultimate goal.
This old hack has completely lost it.
The intersection between the warp and weft. That's where the seam can occur.
I don't understand.
You will someday. It is a prophecy. It will be fulfilled eventually.
I swear Iris had something to do with this last time.
What is that?
It's a hand sign we use. It's meant to resemble the sign behind me.
Something like that?
Considering the fact that you are here, I assume it would be pointless to hide it. Indeed, I had my subordinates create that video. Bats 490 was an ARG, just a game. But there was a high-level encryption hiding a message within. We have been seeking high IQ individuals with the capability to decode it. The purpose was to recruit them into NICE.
So this QR video was made for the same reason?
I am aware of that video. I saw it on the news. However, it's completely unrelated to NICE. I assume someone made it with the intent to imitate Bats 490.
What do you
Very
think,
blaming
Tama?
the mice?
Hard to say on that alone.
Do you mean the man from Horadori Institute of Genetics?
So you do know him. I'm actually here because of a tip I got from him.
Shikara is under arrest?
No, he was just released earlier. We didn't have enough evidence to keep him detained.
I see. Shikara is a former member of NICE, though this was over 20 years ago. When he left us, he became an avid believer in the Order of Percent.
Order of Percent?
It's an organization that split off from NICE. You could say they are a sect. The Order of Percent is a religious sect, whereas we are an ideological society. Despite our common roots, we are heading in completely different directions.
Then how did Chikara know that Nyes created Bats 490?
I wouldn't know about that. Perhaps he asked an acquaintance from NICE. By the way, would you mind if I asked you a question?
What is it?
Are you perhaps a Freyer?
Freyer?
Frey. I think I heard this.
I am asking the person within you.
What?
I will ask you one more time. Are you a Freyer?
The flip is a Freya.
I
No.
see. Then I must have been mistaken.
What is a Freyer? Frey. Right! I remember now.
It was written on that sign.
Frey to free. Frey can mean fight, but it can also mean to wear out or tear.
Remember what Tokiko said. Their ultimate goal is to break down this world and emancipate its people.
Miss Shigure, are you sure Nyes didn't make the QR video?
We did not.
But the word Frey was written on that sign in the QR code.
We of NICE are only involved in Bats 490, which we created half a year ago. We are not the ones who created the QR video. The word Frey being displayed on that sign must be a coincidence.
That can't be just a coincidence.
Oh, but it can. After all, we are living in nothing but a simulation. A false world created by a program. And such programs always have some glitches lurking under the surface. We call such glitches seams. Coincidences like this are a manifestation of such glitches. Proof of imperfection. Proof of the seams. The appearance of Jin's corpse is also likely to be an example of such phenomenon.
What?
Are you familiar with the Philadelphia experiment?
It's a top-secret military experiment that's said to have taken place in the American city of Philadelphia on October 28, 1943. A powerful electromagnetic wave was fired towards the USS Eldridge, a destroyer-class warship. Supposedly, the reason for doing this was to conceal the ship from showing up on radar. But as soon as the experiment began, something strange happened. The Eldridge was enshrouded in a greenish mist, then vanished.
Eldrick.
Afterward, it appeared at a military port in Norfolk, nearly 200 miles away from the shipyard in Philadelphia. Sometime later, it reappeared in its original position again.
So you're saying it teleported?
Well, it's nothing but an urban legend. Just an occult story with low credibility.
A relay time story directly
Yes, exactly.
to Kiko.
However, the story doesn't end there. When the USS Eldridge returned to Philadelphia, there were several sailors on board, but some of them had melted like a rotten banana, while others ended up with their bodies entirely burned and black. Others were said to have merged with the steel hull, their bodies having become a piece of the ship. Does that sound familiar?
You mean Jin? Are you saying his right half teleported here?
It isn't impossible. If a seam was torn, that is.
Impossible.
It's one of those things, it sounds plausible, but finding out now. Oyagi Park. February 11th, 2205.
You like this park, don't you, Ryuki?
I feel calm when I'm around nature. It's like I can feel the buzz inside me quieting down. Tama, what do you think about what Tokiko said earlier? Is something like teleportation really possible?
Hey, come on. I told you the Philadelphia experiment is just an urban legend.
How else can you explain what happened with Jin? We can't deny that his right half suddenly appeared out of nowhere.
Jeez. Then why don't we find out for ourselves?
What do you mean? You want to go to the studio right now?
No need. Just close your eyes.
My eyes?
Just do it!
Okay. What the? Did we teleport here?
Are you serious?
We're in Studio de Vita, aren't we?
It just seems that way. We're not actually there. Last night, I scanned every nook and cranny of the scene. What you're looking at now is what I replicated using that data.
Wow. It's like I'm actually there. The corpse looks so real.
Want me to put a mosaic over it?
Uncensored is fine.
Now, less digressing and more investigating. Your objective is to solve the mystery behind the sudden appearance of Jin's right half.
Alright, let's start looking around.
VR allows you to walk around the scene and gather information. Modes can be applied to everything, okay. Changing the mode, what you can expect will change. Okay. So I'm interested in restarting that investigation at some point to see what would happen if I'd said I was a Freya, and or what happened if I wink sync with her. But as yet, I think it's fine leaving it as is. Let's see. What information we got about Takiko? Oh, hey. She likes glitchy bugs. Dislikes none. Prophecy. She thinks the world is real. He has 10 kids. Dislikes men, manliness, and testosterone. Nice. He worked into Sosajima. Figured as much. I'm glad he punched him. That's quite fun. I think we got some. Ah, it's because the little blobble is green and the manual is green, so it's really hard to see that there's new stuff there.
Like I mentioned yesterday, Jin's estimated time of death is 6 o'clock on February 9th. Based on the time his corpse appeared, it should be about 40 hours ago. Rigor mortis seems to be fading already. It's not completely gone yet, but the body has somewhat softened at this point.
Oh, the
It
stake
should take
is
more
through
time to get
him.
to this stage if it's been on a rooftop in the winter. That's why I think this corpse was kept indoors, someplace warm.
I wonder how deep this sign is embedded.
What do we do at times like these?
Right, the X-ray.
We will, we will.
Looks like it's there so the performers can check how they look on screen.
It's a Kettle.
Maybe it's for having tea during breaks. The questions for the quiz also show up here too. These aren't good for much other than for show.
Is a dazzling set. Okay.
Wow, I can switch to X-ray mode too.
That's because I've gathered all data from the scene.
Hopefully everyone's having a good
The bottom part of the signboard is stuck
Good
pretty deep in
weekend.
there.
There's a bit of a curve at the tip. Kind of like a man's, you know what?
Couldn't you have compared it to a fish hook or something?
Well, it won't come out
easily.
easily.
Can or something.
Whoever stuck it in probably didn't want it pulled out.
Of course not. A signboard would be useless unless it's standing.
It's useless unless it's standing?
Let's not go there.
No, that's not what I meant.
What's this? There's something inside the body.
There's two like
Three
can
things
things.
catch my attention.
Three
First, a
can.
mixture of potassium chlorate, sulfur, and red phosphorus.
Ah,
This is probably a fire starter. It would ignite very easily. The fuse is coiled up and extends from there. By the way, the fuse includes an oxidizing agent, so it can continue to burn even inside the body. And finally, at the end of the fuse is a powder mixture of iron oxide and aluminum. This is a substance that causes a thermite reaction. When ignited, it creates heat of over 3,000 degrees Celsius and burns violently.
Interesting. And that's inside the corpse.
It's a sign.
Yeah,
What's this? Getting a better look at it, it looks like something tied to his waist. It's like a spider's thread. No, even thinner.
my analysis concludes that this is a CNT, or carbon nanotube. Graphene sheets with the thickness of a single carbon atom. These were rolled into a cylindrical shape to make these nanotubes. The diameter is about 0.4 nanometers. A single nanometer is 1/1000th of 1 meter, so it's not visible to the naked eye.
What? But I can see it.
That's because this thread is made by bundling multiple CNTs. I've also enhanced your vision so you'd be able to see it. By the way, CNTs are extremely durable. They're elastic and hard to break, and it's said that their theoretical maximum tensile strength is 50 times
It's
that of
attached to
steel.
the ceiling. I
Anyway,
saw attached to a button
Where
actually. I
is
saw
the
that.
other end of the CNT connected?
I saw something attached to a button like that. It's over there. So I saw that earlier and thought maybe it was like a power line thing.
That way. Over by that red lamp. What's this?
It's the light switch.
The CNT is tied to it.
Is the corpse lowering turned off the lights?
Okay.
Yeah, I scanned
Looks
it
like we're pretty much done
in the first
investigating
stream,
here.
Leaky. It is
Using
really
the clues
weird.
we've gathered so far, we should be able to solve the mystery.
You mean the mystery of how Jin's body appeared? That's what you're talking about, right?
Yep.
Truth reenactment.
Let's get on that now. First thing, about that power outage when the body appeared. Was it really just a power outage?
I was wondering about that too. The lights came back on way too quickly. Plus, if the power did go out, the stream should have cut out at the same time.
But the stream went on, no
I thought it was just
problem.
the lights went out.
So it wasn't an outage. The
Ow.
lights were switched off.
So how did the lights get turned off?
Well, I think I know what did it.
That's the switch that powers the lighting.
Yeah, let's not overthink this. Someone simply walked up and flipped this switch.
But no one was near the switch when the lights went out. Let's try to think of something else.
There were bundled CMTs tied to the body. They were routed through the ceiling beams and onto the light switch.
But a dead body can't pull strings.
No, but it can fall. From the ceiling, I mean.
Now that you mention it, I thought I heard something hit the floor right after the lights went out.
The body fell from the ceiling and tugged on the CNT, which caused the light switch to turn off.
So on to the next question. The corpse was hidden up in the ceiling, right? Then how did it fall?
The rigor mortis softened.
The culprit used the mechanism of the body softening after rigor mortis. The body must have been placed up in the ceiling like a bridge between two beams. It would stay up there while the body is still stiff. But as time passes and rigor mortis lessens, the corpse softens.
And that's what made it fall down. Now for the final question. Why did the body explode and burn?
Well, that can be explained by using the X-ray mode.
Because it had a thingy inside it.
It's because of the contraption set up inside the body. The ignition agent combusted from the impact of the body hitting the ground. The fire went up the coiled fuse and onto the substance that triggered a thermite reaction. The substance was eventually ignited, causing a huge explosion.
So that interval between the fall and explosion was because of the time it took for the fire to reach the end of the fuse. I get it. It was hard to find traces of that trick because it was such an analog method.
All right, I think we're starting to figure things out here. So you can turn off this VR space now.
No, not yet. That was just a rehearsal. We still have the main show.
What do you mean?
We're recreating the culprit's actions.
Are you telling me to do that?
You're the only actor here, aren't you?
Actor?
So, I'm Tama, the director and camera operator. Now that I'm in the director's chair, I'm not going to tolerate shoddy acting, so keep that in mind.
Are we recording something?
Of course we are. We're testing a theory here, so we need to create something that can be viewed objectively.
I have no idea what you're going on about.
Shut your stupid mouth, you third-rate bit part actor! Are you too much of a moron to figure this out without the director having to tell you everything?
But
Just zip it and play the culprit. If we're doing this, we're going for the Academy Award.
Macadamy? Like the nuts?
Enough! Let's get this started! Ready? Action!
Hi! I'm, the culprit who killed Jin. Now, prepare to witness an amazing show featuring this corpse.
not only is your acting amateurish, but I don't even understand what kind of character you're trying to play here.
I am an amateur!
Well, this is just the beginning, so I'll give you a pass for now. Let's start with the positioning of the body. Where and how was it placed?
Well... It was right here. The body was placed so it was hung like a bridge between two beams.
You can place it like this because it was stiff from rigor mortis. So that's how they did the light trick.
Carbon nanotubes, CNT, were tied to the body. The CNT went up the beams and extended downward, onto the light switch.
CNT is too thin to be seen with the naked eye, so no one noticed it.
I've got it all set up. Now I just need to wait for the rigor mortis to subside.
Hey, aren't you supposed to be in character?
Boy! I sure hope the corpse gets softer soon! It needs to be soft and squishy! Like an octopus!
This scene makes no sense. I'm cutting it out.
You made me do it!
And after time passed, rigor mortis began to subside.
The body falls, and the impact sets off the ignition agent inside it. The fire travels up the fuse line.
Soon after, a staff member turns on the lights.
Bam! A body appears, as if it teleported in out of nowhere. Sometime later, the burning fuse inside the body reaches the explosives.
Yes, squishy like an octopus.
And that is the truth behind the corpse's sudden appearance and explosion!
Cut! Good work! I got some nice footage of the reenactment.
I still don't understand why the acting was necessary. It all makes sense now. That corpse didn't teleport here after all.
Of course it didn't. Though the culprit obviously wanted it to seem that way.
Half of a body just suddenly appearing out of nowhere. Just like the Philadelphia experiment. Someone went through all that trouble to make it look like something strange occurred.
I think they also wanted to draw as much attention as possible to that sign. All so they could spread that QR video.
The culprit must have wanted the body to fall during the live stream, right? It would have been pointless otherwise. But could they really predict when rigor mortis would dissipate so accurately?
The culprit didn't put the corpse up on the ceiling beams while it was completely stiff. It had to have been after the body had started to soften, just slightly. That way, they could estimate that the body would fall in a few hours or so. The stream was scheduled for a whole 6 hours. The culprit was fine as long as the body fell sometime during that period. Their goal was to make it seem like a supernatural phenomenon. That's why they couldn't leave the CNT on the scene.
Because it would give away the trick?
Right.
So that's why they caused a thermite reaction and destroyed the CNT.
Thomas, trivia. CNT is highly flammable carbon material. Doesn't stand a chance. About 3,000 degree temperature. Bonds with oxygen to create carbon dioxide, which helps extinguish the flame.
That body fell from the studio ceiling. If it fell sideways when it landed, the culprit's plans would have been ruined.
Yes, like you said, it would have been pointless unless the sign was standing erect. Just like a man's you-know-what.
Again with that joke? Besides, it is not useless when it's not erect.
Exactly.
What?
There was another purpose to the sign. It's the same reason darts and rockets have tails.
I get it. The cut surface would naturally face the ground because of that sign. It was meant to control the body's posture as it fell. So, to wrap it all up, the culprit's motive was to make this seem like a supernatural phenomenon and to spread the QR video, right?
I don't know if that's all there is to it, but probably.
I wonder why Jin was chosen.
Who knows?
Where could his left side be?
It hasn't been found yet. Anyway, starting our search with the people who might have the intel we need is the #1 rule of investigation, right?
Like who?
Jin's right half was up in the studio ceiling the whole time we were shooting the show. There must be someone who knew about it, or at least noticed it.
You mean... the director, Shinpei Wagai.
Right.
Where is he now?
I've tracked him down using his smartphone GPS. He's in Akihabara right now. At the maid cafe Sunfish Pocket.
Of course. Fish Cafe, Sunfish Pocket. It's now 11:30 on the 11th. These days are going long. Iris works here, or worked here.
There he is!
Ah, shit!
Damn! Firing your gun in here? Are you insane? There are customers and staff in here.
My bad.
An apology is not gonna cut it!
Several people have called the authorities. The local police should be here soon.
Hey, can't you just let me go?
What?
I told you, my girl's pregnant, right?
I can't go to jail!
That's why I accepted his offer in the first place. I needed money to take care of my kid.
Accepted whose offer?
Some guy named Terror. I don't know his real name. Haven't seen his face or heard his voice either. All my contact with him was through Nile.
What did he ask you to do?
Error.
He said,
Did they contact Mizuki? I want to borrow your studio for an hour or so on the 10th before you start preparing for the stream. Do not let anyone near the studio during this time, that includes you. All you need to do is keep the entrance unlocked, that's all. Something about
so
paying.
me and the staff haven't met this Terror guy at all. I don't know what happened in the studio either. I had no idea that was gonna happen.
Come to class 3A at Sukiba High. You'll get your money there.
Class 3A at Sekiba High.
Ryuki!
Yeah, let's go.
I think it said 5 million or something like that. It was on the stream. I just wasn't quick enough to read it. Now it's 23:55. Sukiba High. Oh, there's half a scientist.
The director of Horodori Institute of Genetics. Chikara Horodori.
No way. It can't be.
Yes. Yes. Nothing to be done. Ryoki, chapter 2. So it's now the 12th of February. Ikumi Shrine! 10:15. Are we... Oh no, we are still on his side.
Mr. Date told me about this shrine. This place is so full of nature. Just like Yoyagi Park. It's just... calming here.
I see.
Tama, would you mind giving me some support?
What do you mean?
I've been thinking about Chikara's murder.
Are you sure you're okay, Ryuki?
What do you mean?
I feel like all of this has been taking a huge mental toll on you.
I'm fine. More importantly, can you recreate the crime scene for me? I just need to close my eyes, right?
Yeah, but... Fine. I'll play along. You are technically my master. I can't disobey your orders.
Thanks. Let's start then. It's perfect. It's just like the real thing.
I learned how to do 3D modeling in a correspondence course. Back when I was a student, my grandma told me I should learn a skill set.
We can't go back, unfortunately, to the bit that I missed, but it's fine. Oops. I'm so gonna get the same thing each time, aren't I? Very bad at picking differences. Don't somehow think that's how you'd use that in actual conversation.
Chikara's right side. The cross-section is stuck right onto the blackboard.
What's the estimated time of death?
Based on the time the body was discovered, that would make it about 4 hours ago.
So, around 8 p.m. on February 11th. Right around the time we were meeting with Tokiko.
I'm sorry, Ryuki. This might freak you out, but there's something I have to tell you. Will you hear me out?
What?
The thing is, this corpse is so cowardly that... it has no guts!
What?
I know. That was so bad. The joke was over before I even said it. But I just had to do it!
Wide
I mean,
enough
look,
to be half a
the
person.
corpse is completely missing its guts! I couldn't let this chance pass me by.
The reason the corpse is in the blackboard
like
is
there
because
aren't
it
any
doesn't
other
have
clues
internal
here.
organs anymore. The open space inside the body has a lower pressure than the outside. I was still reading that.
Well, satisfied?
No, because I was still reading that. It's similar to how suction cups work. Oh, interesting. Okay. It's because I have it on sort of like auto do text, so yeah.
I think he was lying about the money. Terror probably wanted someone to find Chikara's body.
You mean he wanted Chimpei to find it?
Not necessarily. It might have been for the police. Terror might have predicted that someone from the police would contact Chimpei. I checked the footage, but I didn't see anyone suspicious. Of course, that place is huge, so there are plenty of areas the security cameras don't cover.
Any cameras on campus?
None. Do you remember what Gen said? The security at Sekiba High is completely lacking. That's my assumption. I can't think of any other suspects.
Just who is this Terror?
I wouldn't be having so much trouble if I knew that.
It can't be Tokiko, can it? Tokiko was with me at Chikara's time of death, and she was in Okinawa during the incident with Jin.
Yeah, at the very least, it seems unlikely that she did it personally.
But something has been bothering me. I feel like Tokiko is involved somehow. Chikara was a member of NICE, and he knew about Bats 490. That's not all. The appearance of Jin's corpse was made to seem like a paranormal phenomenon, as if the same thing from the Philadelphia experiment had happened.
After all, we are living in nothing but a simulation. A false world created by a program.
Could she have done all this to give her claim credibility?
I don't know, but it's possible. In any case, let's go see Tokiko. I have to talk to her.
Understood. We've come this far. I'll back you up until you're satisfied.
Nice. Japan branch.
I've been expecting you. I thought you would be arriving soon.
What do you mean?
I knew you would come see me.
Are we supposed to know what that is?
As you know, this is the President's office at the NICE Japan branch.
The world is full of rubbish. Such things should all be washed away. That was my thinking when I designed this room.
You designed it?
Yes. The flow of water cleanses one's heart, just like the flow of time.
These aren't sunglasses. It's a fairy's black bra.
What a degenerate.
Not really. She's a kind woman. But I obviously wouldn't tell you even if I did know something. As her secretary, it's part of my job to protect her secrets.
Mamoru is an excellent employee who faithfully fulfills his duties. I have complete trust in him.
I'm honored to hear that. I respect you from the bottom of my heart as well.
Gag.
The symbol of Nyes, the Nanya, there are 4. They represent the truth of the world you live in. That is...
4 unseen X's?
I've solved the mystery, Miss Shigure. Jin's right half didn't teleport. It was just made to seem that way. It should have been obvious when you think about it. Teleportation? It's impossible. We live in a simulation? This is a fake world created by a program? Impossible. Simulation theory is nothing but occult nonsense. Just a ludicrous myth like UFOs, ghosts, and Kappa. I'm sure there are people who'd like to believe in these things. And there are groups who profit by making people believe.
Mr. Ryuki, it appears as though there's been some misunderstanding. We of Nyes have nothing to do with this.
Are you sure about that? All the pieces would fit together if Nyes is the one that made the QR video. The falsified paranormal phenomenon. What was written on the signboard. It all advances your agenda. Could it be that you wanted to spread the QR video by showing that sign along with the corpse on stream?
As I've told you, we are not the ones who made the QR video. What is the purpose of the QR video in the first place? Are you saying there is some message urging people to join Nyes in it? No, I don't.
Then do you know about Terror?
I've heard that name on the news, yes. This is about the culprit, is it not?
Yes, but...
I have absolutely no idea who it could be. I'm sorry I can't help you, but... I know of the incident, of course. However...
Yes, I know you have an alibi. We were here, having a conversation during the time of Chikara Horadori's death.
Yeah,
But
she
that
could've
doesn't
wanted
necessarily
someone to do
mean
it.
you're completely innocent. You are the president of Nyes. Surely you have plenty of subordinates who can do your bidding.
Are you implying I ordered someone to kill him?
It's a possibility.
And what would be my motive?
Well...
Remember what Tokiko said. Chikara Horadori is an avid believer in the Order of Percent. Their order and Nyes are heading in completely different directions.
Perhaps Nyes and the Order of Percent are hostile.
I see. You're suggesting there was a conflict between organizations. It is true that Nyes and the Order of Percent have differing beliefs. However, we are not at odds with one another. Both organizations believe in the simulation theory. In that respect, we are comrades. We are living in a simulation, a false world. And from this false world, we seek emancipation. That is what Nyes believes. On the other hand, the Order of Percent, we are living in a simulation, a false world. But they wish to remain imprisoned within it. Forever.
Forever?
Mr. Ryuki, have you ever played an open-world game where you play as a criminal?
A game that lets you rob, murder, blow things up, leave a trail of debris wherever you go. An absurd, heinous game where you can freely commit all sorts of horrible crimes.
I've never played anything like that, but I know what you mean.
Then you can understand. If this is a false world created by someone, then the Order of Percent believe they can do whatever they wish. To them, this place is a true utopia. A dream world where they're allowed to do anything they want with no real consequences.
That's why they want to live here forever?
Exactly.
I get it. That's why Chikara was researching immortality.
In theory, using Purge, even immortality is achievable. The ultimate dream that humanity has been yearning for thousands of years. It will soon become a reality. What do you think? Isn't that wonderful?
I am aware that Chikara was very particular about immortality. However, I will say one thing. One must not believe in eternal youth. Eternal youth is a lie. By the way, Mr. Ryuki, do you remember what you said earlier? Simulation theory is nothing but occult nonsense. That is clearly false. The simulation theory is not occult. It falls within the realm of science. In fact, many esteemed scientists have given serious thought to the matter. The theory was originally proposed by a Swedish philosopher. However, the concept has been around since long ago, even as far back as the days of Plato and Zhuangzi. This world may be an illusion. At least, there is no way to prove it isn't an illusion. There are great people throughout history who have held such ideas.
But there's no way to prove it is an illusion either, is there?
No, there is plenty of science to support it. The holographic principle, theory of relativity, the measurement problem in quantum theory can also be considered proof. Even light cannot escape a black hole. I'm sure you've heard this before. Information is the same. It cannot escape a black hole. It's known that the amount of information trapped in this way is not derived from the volume of the black hole, but the surface area. Considering this, you can conclude that information in a three-dimensional space is stored in the boundary of its two-dimensional surface. In other words, all information stored in this universe is encoded in a single flat plane, just like a hologram. Regarding gravity and other physical processes, they can be completely accounted for through the laws of physics defined by the boundary surface. Let's take a character from an action game, for example. When that character falls, you may think he was pulled to the ground by gravity. However, gravity does not actually exist in the game world, only code that was written in the program. The character's body is merely made to show as if it fell based on its code.
You think this world is the same?
The holographic principle is not a theory. It is a principle. It has already been mathematically proven. I'd like to ask you one thing. Beings that are far more intelligent and advanced than we humans. Do you believe a civilization of such beings exists anywhere in this world? And by this world, I mean all possible worlds in the entire universe, including those outside of our own.
Well, somewhere out there, probably.
I agree. Taking that into consideration, we're left with three possibilities. 1. Civilization hasn't reached a level of technology advanced enough to create a simulation that can't be distinguished from reality. 2. Civilization has reached a level of technology advanced enough to accomplish this, but it hasn't for some reason. 3. Civilization has reached that level of technology and has no strong reason not to use it. Therefore, they've proceeded with creating an intricate simulation. Which of these do you think is most likely?
Are you saying it's 3?
That is what a famous Swedish philosopher believed, at least. He further explains, that civilization must have run simulations millions or even trillions of times. In which case, it would make sense to believe our world would be included in one of those simulations.
You're saying it's far more likely that we're one of the countless simulated worlds, rather than a world that exists in the one and only reality. Do I have that right?
Yes.
Say this world really is a simulation. Then that would mean a computer or something that's running the simulation exists somewhere, right? But it doesn't seem realistic that everything that happens in the universe could be derived by calculation.
Yes, you are right. However, there is no need to calculate every phenomenon, only what observers see and experience. Take the measurement problem in quantum theory. It explains the inexplicable phenomenon observed in the double-slit experiment. Quantum matter appears as particles when observed, and as waves when not observed. For the latter, its position cannot be specified because it exists as a stochastic wave. Therefore, it must be calculated and processed as the entire wave, and is impossible to reduce. The faster an object moves, or as the effects of gravity increase along with the increase in mass, time progresses slower, as I'm sure you know.
And that's related to processing speed?
Yes. When the load during calculation is increased, a phenomenon akin to a processing failure occurs. That is why nothing can exceed the speed of light. The calculation wouldn't be able to catch up if acceleration is infinite.
Let me explain the double slit experiment. So, like, the problem with the simulation theory is it could be a simulation inside a simulation inside a simulation, like a Matryoshka doll. Okay, we shoot a ray of light towards a board with two slits with the screen behind it. This causes the rays to be distorted, to look like stripes. This is because the light has the property of a wave. Then what would happen if we shot light molecules one at a time? The light molecules will show up as a dot on the screen. By continuously doing it, the stripes reappear. Why is this? The light molecules are only being shot one by one, so the board shouldn't have an effect. The next part of this experiment was done using a detection device to see which slit the molecules went through. This caused the stripes to disappear. And only 2 lines appear on the screen. Isn't that interesting? When it's not being observed, they appear as waves, but as soon as you try to observe them, they appear as lines. This is the gist of the detection problem in molecular theory.
I see. Then let us leave it at that. In any case, there is no denying that the simulation theory is true. But unlike Chikara, I have no interest in the concept of immortality, because my objective is to tear at the seams of this world and emancipate us all.
So you mean dying?
No. Death and emancipation are completely different. I have no desire to commit suicide, though I would be fine with dying at any time.
Because this world isn't real.
There is that, yes. However, there is another reason. If I wish to do so, I can resurrect myself. We are living in a false world created by a program. Therefore, if we can rewrite its code, we can create miracles, like reincarnation, or even bringing
looks
someone
crazy
who
now.
has already passed back to life.
Has this woman lost it? Ryuki, you were right. There's clearly a lot of reasons to be suspicious of Tokiko.
Yeah. Let's check with WingSync.
I saw everything. If you don't do as I say, I'm sure you know where this is going.
What is this?
Looks like Tokiko is blackmailing someone.
What is it she saw?
I don't know. This is as far as we can get through WingSync.
Then...
Yes, let's get a deeper look into her mind. Using a regular sync.
This 1225.
Ryuki, just to confirm, you did get permission, right?
Yes, she accompanied me voluntarily and...
No, I meant from Boss.
I haven't seen Boss. She wasn't in the control room.
It's fine. I'll be sure to talk to her later.
I don't think this is a good idea. Besides, you don't look so good, Ryuki.
I'm fine. So please, I need more leads to solve this case.
But you... Oh, fine. I'll help you for now, but I won't be held responsible. Deal? Look, Ryuki, please just don't cause any problems. You can only stay in Somnium for 6 minutes. I absolutely need you to follow this rule.
Yes, understood.
Okay then, let's begin.
I wonder if this is the Nye's president's room. It's really white, though.
See what the flowchart's doing now. Okay, so. The first part of that I would be interested in playing again. Great screenshot. And now we are going to do a sync. Okay. May take a quick break before we start the sync. Ah! Cool. I want to take a quick tea break. And I'll be back in a few minutes. I'm back. Right,
Let's
see
make an
this
acronym
thing.
poem with the letters for Nice.
Where the hell is this coming from?
N.
Okay. Not that I know why.
A.
A. Angry.
I.
Incoming?
X.
Shingu River Ray.
Not that I know why. Angry incoming Shingu River Ray. The Shingu River Ray. Such a kind animal.
Angered by humans polluting waterways, I guess.
Oh, yeah, hurts.
Somnium scan, activate!
The water. The windows. The logo. Stare into Tokiko's at peace.
This is such a quiet place. So empty and blank.
Maybe that's Tokiko's mental state. Pretty eccentric. Hopefully we can find something here.
Looks like we can only interact with that ripped up book.
Right. Let's investigate.
Okay. I want to see if there's any hidden eyeballs. Because there's like 5 of them in each scene. I've only ever discovered 1. Okay. 2 now. 1 in the first one and 1 in this one, which is the third one.
A book of nice teachings. Why is it ripped in half?
Does it say anything?
Yeah, just one phrase. The intersection between the warp and weft. The rest is ripped off.
Weaving.
I remember Tokiko
Rug.
saying something like that.
The intersection between the
The
warp
and the
and
weft is
weft,
a weave.
that's where the seam can occur. Right?
I wonder what she meant by that.
Who knows? Why don't you join NICE to find out? Anyway, that's about all that we can get from this book.
All of something into something, and the something are something to something.
When did this get here? This wasn't here earlier.
What does it say?
That's where the seam can occur. Combining it with the book from earlier, the intersection between the warp and weft, that's where the seam can occur.
That's exactly what Tokiko said. If it's coming out in her Somnium, it must hold some significance.
That's just what we saw in the wink sink.
All I can hear is an electric buzz. It's annoying. Okay, the river is bleeding. Oh God. See the sea. There's something into her writing and there's something.
I can't really make out what happened, though. I did see Gen, I think.
It was just really chaotic.
Maybe the key to solving this Somnium has to do with what we found in the Nice book.
The intersection between the warp and weft, that's where the seam can occur. That will help us? I don't know about that. I don't see how that will help us right now.
I don't think it's completely unrelated, but...
The next suspicious thing is...
Do you see anything?
Not really. Seems a lot deeper. It was pretty shallow earlier.
Let's dive in.
What? Dive? Here?
Yeah. Where else would I be talking about?
But it's really deep. And Red, what if there's an angry Shingu River Ray in there?
Enough with the complaining. You don't even need to breathe. It'll be fine. Go for it.
Fine. Why do you always gain this weird confidence during syncs?
Swim around underwater. Underwater movement would also progress time.
That was surprising. All of a sudden, we're out of the water.
We fell from up there.
But we ended up in the same room. Oh look, the book again.
Let's check it out. Is that?
Ha! It's in the same place.
This one's not ripped. Just another single phrase. Where the black light gathers, sadness is born.
Where the black light gathers. Whoa! Skulls? Why is Tokiko thinking about this?
Hmm? Wait, I sense something. What is this thing? Huh. You're not doing anything. With this and the skulls, this is getting really creepy all of a sudden.
Maybe that's the black. Let's just search the room for now.
Yeah. If we can't find anything, we'll reread the book and think through our options again.
Okay. All of something into our writing and something others to teachings. Okay.
Where the black light gathers, sadness is born. Maybe the black is...
You might be onto something there. That's the only thing I can think of that's relevant to black. Or the...
Maybe, but the Shadow Man isn't lit up or anything.
Are they... intersecting with anything? Oh, maybe where they're looking.
I see. Let's figure out what the Shadow Man was looking at.
Ryuki, you have 5 minutes remaining.
There's plenty of time.
This one is bigger and misshapen.
Again?
He looks like
Why
he's
is
in pain. Why?
I mean, it could be anyone under that mask.
Huh?
Disappeared. I wonder what the relationship between Tokiko and Gen is.
What was that?
Ryuki, you okay?
Oh, yeah.
Looks like the book was the hint. Where the black light gathers, sadness is born.
After the sync, we need to ask Tokiko about Gen.
Tokiko has something and something within something.
Did you see that? It became Shoma for a split second. Maybe Tokiko is related to him as well.
Why Shoma? Tama, make chase! Throw yourself in the water!
You make it sound like I'm committing suicide. Okay, here I go. It's the same room again. But this time, the room itself is underwater too.
If this is the same as earlier, there has to be something related to Shoma.
It's another eyeball. Ooh.
Is this? It says, where the water and ideas flow, love is born.
More metaphors, huh? It must be some kind of hint, like last time. It's a hand. And this.
The non-upal X symbol.
I remember Tokiko mentioning it.
I'm curious about the water and ideas flow part.
Anyway, let's check inside.
Yeah, if we get stuck, we can read the hint again and figure it out.
Where ideas are poured into a writing, something that's strongly tied to it. Extra hard alignments.
Four minutes remaining.
How should I check? High five?
When in Rome. How about making the same hand sign? No reaction.
Maybe we're doing it to the wrong thing.
Tama, hit the others with it!
I'm
Sorry. Could you please try it on the others, please?
I have to think harder.
Maybe you're doing it wrong.
Right. I remember Tokiko doing it with an O face and her legs wide open.
Oh, she didn't.
Digging deeper, it seems. Okay, let's just think harder.
Where the water and ideas flow, love is born. What does where the water and ideas flow mean?
This room is submerged, so maybe the water has a current to it. Kind of like those lazy rivers at water parks.
I've never been to one.
Oh, right. Sorry. Anyway, I figure the water must be going somewhere.
So if we go with the flow, love.
Well, it's the only hint we have.
The rules of the dream are strongly tied to the teachings. Okay. There.
Huh? The light is gone. Maybe we did something wrong?
Anyway, let's check the others.
Tokiko has something and something completely within something.
You have 3 minutes left. Get it together, Ryuki.
Huh? The light is gone. Maybe we did something wrong?
Anyway,
Resides complete.
It lit up.
This world is a lie. Do you understand?
was that Tokiko's voice?
It sounded like she was talking to someone.
Tokiko is lost. Something. Her mind? It resides completely within the simulation. There's another flow somewhere.
It's settled. You will
I have to do them in
follow
order.
orders.
Tokiko's voice again.
I wonder who she's talking to. She can't be talking to herself.
Let's transcend this world together.
Wait, she must be talking to
Ryuki, look! Outside the window.
Shoma?
What's going on?
Sure, Sorgen and Shoma. This one still doesn't split either. It's really quite irritating. Where are we splitting again? We split at the beginning. It's got to split again at some
So she
point.
does have a relationship with Shoma.
Maybe what we heard earlier was for Shoma too.
Love is born.
Let's think about it later. Look at that. It looks painful.
I have a bad feeling about this. Follow it.
Ryuki, less than 2 minutes left. Be careful.
We know what we're doing this time. So. And we found 3 of the little hidden wallies.
It's the same room again, but vertical?
This is really messing with my sense of balance. How far does this room even go?
Another book. Hopefully this is the last.
It says, when the eyes are met, death is born.
Death? Tokiko is getting more and more suspicious.
Maybe our focus should be on Nyes. The book and an eyeball.
Do you think that's what is meant by eyes are met?
Maybe it's talking about me.
You are an eyeball. Tama, why don't you lock eyes with it?
Are you trying to kill me? It said death is born.
Then, when the eyes are met is...
You have less than a minute left. Hurry!
When the eyes are met, death is born. The eyes must be referring to those eyeballs.
Maybe we need to point them at each other.
And there was that red book, right? It looked important.
According to what we've learned so far, everything in the room has something to do with the words in the books. So the hint here has something to do with eyes.
If we get the eyes to meet, death will be created.
I wonder what'll happen. Let's check the book and eyeballs. A big eyeball. What is going on inside her head that would make this appear?
Like I said, that old woman is crazy. So what's it gonna be?
And spin.
I set the eyes to face each other.
Digging deeper, it seems to
30 seconds left!
I'm more clear.
Ryuki, you're out of time!
The red book. This book is closed. I'm gonna open it. There are eye symbols on the left and right pages.
That's it?
Yep, that's it.
It might be related to when the eyes are met, death is...
It's lost something and mine resides completely within.
It's almost time, Ryuki.
Huh? Already? We haven't even gotten close to the truth! Tokiko.
Okay, we're just going to have to restart. Or we could retry from... We could retry from that. No, we're not going to mux up the flow thing. Let's see if that gives us a lot more time.
So she does have...
Maybe.
Love is born.
Let's look at that.
Oh no, I think we need to go back further. Damn it.
I can't really make out what happened, though.
Let's just
Maybe the...
I don't know.
I don't...
The next...
Do you...
See?
Let's...
What?
What?
That was surprising.
Okay, let's see. No, we've already collected the ball. Okay, good.
Ryuki, you have...
Lost all sense of emotion and her mind resides completely within.
5 minutes remaining.
How should I check?
When in Rome.
It lit up.
This world is a...
Was that token?
It stopped.
Memory resides completely within Nirvana. Cool, well, we have all of the key locks. Right, got a bit more time.
So...
to figure out what's going on.
4 minutes remaining.
Okay, so
A
going
big
to
eye.
Like I said, so what's...
Flip.
An eyeball.
Spin.
That's not right.
When the eyes are met.
You have 3 minutes left.
An
Get
eyeball.
it together, Ryuki.
Spin.
Oh, okay. Not that one.
It's a red book.
It hasn't.
It's fit.
If we turn it around...
And there.
No.
Nothing is...
Huh?
Huh? You were the one who said to...
Huh?
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 I'm sorry.
The red...
This book is...
I'm gonna open it. There are eyes...
That's it?
Yep.
It might be...
An eyeball.
Is this what eyes meeting means?
A red book.
How about this?
It's just a cup.
Nope.
Ryuki, less than 2 minutes left. Be careful.
It's really hard to navigate sideways.
A closed. I'm gonna turn it around. Nothing is
Turn it around.
turning it around.
And back.
Huh? A closed. I'm gonna open it. There are eye symbols.
That's it?
Yep.
It might be related to...
No, it's still closed. Wait, there's something over here.
A closed. Open. There are two eyes. Ryuki, if you're stuck. When the eyes are the eyes.
Maybe we need to point...
And
We've
there was
done
that
that.
red book, right? It looked important.
So the hint here has...
If we get the eyes.
I wonder what'll...
You have
we
less
should
than
make
a minute
eyes
left.
meet. We
Hurry!
need to close the other books.
A red book. Got it.
Sometimes it's just
This should do.
not quite figuring it out. I don't necessarily think I'm gonna do. There are tinies with negative tinies. I know. I just need to close this book.
30 seconds left.
A red book. Got it.
Hi, Jesse. Did you win? I had it open, but I couldn't tell if you won or not because I can never remember what's going on with Zelda. Memory like a sieve,
Did
unfortunately.
we make the eyes meet?
Oh no! Absolutely no need to apologize. It's fine. I'm just playing this for myself, really. Ah, excellent. GG's. We're failing miserably at Somnium, so we're gonna have to restart in a minute.
A new book.
When the eyes are met, death is born. Tama, let's check that out too.
Ryuki, you're out of time.
It's a new book. This time, it's closed. Huh? A mirror.
Back me. I don't think we've broken the lock yet, so we'll have to redo the whole thing, but it's okay. We know what we're
was
doing.
that?
So many people. What is Tokiko thinking?
Yeah, see? We've run out of time. It's fine. We did find lots of balls, though.
So you want me to dive in again?
Tama, go!
It's almost time.
Huh? Tokiko.
It's okay. We get the fast forward so we can fast forward through the bits to make it even faster. But it should still remember the balls we collected. Oh, my neck. I won't be going massively long today. Just wanted to do a stream, but quite tired. My head is falling off. So I might take some painkillers.
I wonder if this... This is such...
Okay, so let's just see. Alright, so yeah. Stuff we've already collected is still valid. So we just skip through. This always happens the first time you do a Somnium, is there's so much and you're not quite sure what's good and what's bad. I honestly have no idea what's going on, so don't worry, you're not the only ones.
Ryuki, you have 5 minutes remaining.
How should I check?
When in...
The swimming in water is just really hard to do.
So she does have...
4 minutes remaining.
Like I said, so... The red... This book is...
God, disorientation.
It's a red...
It has...
It's... Got it. An eyeball.
You have 3 minutes left. Get it together, Ryuki.
A red book. It's a new book this time.
Okay, this time we open it. Right, and then we're back to where we were. See, it doesn't take very long when you've got the skips. Now we can figure out what we're doing in the last, like, 2 minutes, I think. We've got 2 minutes. Leap of faith.
Thought I was gonna fall forever.
You got some balls, Tama.
Thanks. But there's nothing here.
Doesn't look like we can learn anything here.
Hmm? That's...
Ryuki, less than 2 minutes left. Be careful.
At the end of an incomplete world, truth is born.
Her eyes are bleeding.
That's...
Monuble X. There's something there.
Let's go.
Still want this damn eye. Yes, it is. I got all of the 5.
You have less than a minute left.
Yep,
Hurry.
I'm trying to hurry. Wasted some time trying to find the X's. Trying to find the eyes. But I can still retry back to the last point. And just fast forward through again.
30 seconds left. Ryuki, you're out of time!
I'm going to open it. Is it some kind of planning sheet? It says Nirvana Initiative.
The Nirvana Initiative.
Name of the game.
No good.
Ish.
There's too much blacked out.
Come on, isn't there anything else?
Ryuki, we're almost out of time.
Wait, try reading more of it.
Pewter, please.
Did we do it with time left? Oh, 1.36 seconds. Excellent. Performance result. Yeah, bleh. Exactly! Name a thing mentioned in thing. But that wasn't a split one either. But we shouldn't necessarily have to do that one again. We got quite a good amount. Have a look at the status when we get thingamajiggy. I mean, it hasn't said AI or Somnium files, but it said Nirvana Initiative, so there we go.
Miss Shigure, I've taken a look inside your mind, using this machine.
We got a Glazer. Ooh, we got cat and paw's tail. Excellent. But yeah, there's only been one split so far. It's quite tame. Target time and all the hidden balls. High five. I mean, we could still go in and like collect some extra balls, I think. In unlimited time, but that was pretty good. Oops. Well, I mean, yes, save, but I was trying to get to the file. Excuse me. Right. Oh, hang on. I forgot my little... No. My little Togepi. Trying to get a different thing than Data E this time. There we go.
I haven't seen her. She probably hasn't arrived at Abyss HQ yet. Tokiko Shigure is not a suspect. We can't detain her without clear grounds to do so.
So we have to release her. I guess we have no choice.
You don't have to explain. The images shown in Somnium are all displayed here in the control room.
Pewter is in the control room.
Shoma Enda. I know you know about him. Can you tell me about your relationship with him? Do you know someone named Gen Ishiagane? He appeared in your dream. The Nirvana Initiative. Is it some sort of plan?
I don't think she's going to tell us anything.
It seems you have many questions for me, but I apologize. I'm afraid I have prior engagements. Could you please visit me at my office again at 10 o'clock tonight? I would be happy to share more information with you then. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Wait, where's Pewter?
He went to see Tokiko off.
I see. So, what do I do now?
Figure that out yourself. You think this is a damn joke? Don't make me sentence you to a painting!
I want
What?
pancakes. That
What
wasn't
is
a joke.
that? In that Somnium earlier, Gen appeared. And Shoma did too.
So Tokiko definitely knows them. And yet...
Could you please visit me at my office again at 10 o'clock tonight?
Tama, what time is it now?
A little past 1300. We have almost 9 whole hours until the appointed time.
Anyway,
Plenty
let's
of
talk
time
to
to
Gen
cut
and
someone else in
Shoma.
half.
Where are they now?
Well... I can't track down either of them. Either their phones are out of battery, their GPS is off, or they're somewhere without any signal.
Then we'll have to take a guess.
Both of them.
Maybe Shoma is at school.
No, he hasn't been there in a while.
He hasn't been going to school?
It seems not.
Well, I'll get to that later. So then Shoma must be at home. Or...
Yes, he really loves this Ferris wheel too.
At the rooftop amusement park at Misatan.
Gen is probably at his restaurant, or the warehouse district at the port. He once told me he loves the warehouse district, and that he goes there all the time to look at the sea.
So we have 4 destinations to check. Let's get moving.
Let's go and look at the sea first. And we'll see how many of these we can get through before I get tired. Tired. Have a warehouse district.
I don't see Gen anywhere. He's probably at the restaurant after all.
Oh, wait. Look, over there.
That's...
You know them?
Oh, no, not really. I've just seen them around before.
Dressed kind of strangely, don't you think? Maybe they're coming back from a cosplay event. Excuse me. I'm sorry, do you have a minute?
You.
Ryuki, look! There's a flock of angry finless porpoises over there!
They're probably here to protest against microplastics.
It's one of those...
That's a retain...
Wow.
What are you...
Those are called...
You mean... It says Okiura Fishery.
Okiura is Mizuki's maiden name, but I think that's unrelated to this case.
How do you know?
Because I know!
Because it's related to the previous case. But I just thought it was cool.
I don't need to tell you anything. Ugh. Nothing. None of it.
Oh. Should have wing synced. No?
You're beginning to annoy me. Would you please leave?
Annoy you?
Fine. Then I will take my leave instead.
Damn it!
The day to take action is approaching, and I must stop the plan.
Stop what?
Maybe we can't do it if we can't see our eyes.
There she goes.
What was she talking about?
I don't know. Cosplay band, maybe?
I've never heard of a plan like that.
Then maybe it's a family plan.
There's always
Whatever
chance
the
to come back
case,
in.
I think it's clear that that woman isn't all there. Let's forget about it. More importantly...
On to the next place, huh?
Diamond World Cuisine.
Oh, Mame is here too.
Why?
There's something I wanted to ask Gen.
And what would that be?
Well...
It's a picture of Ganesha, the Hindu god.
Maybe not too long to.
Gen, do you know a woman named Tokiko Shigure?
Never heard that name before.
Really?
Yeah. Who is this Tokiko person?
The president of an ideological society called Nizet Laws, or NIZE.
Nice. You mean that secret society or whatever?
Yeah.
It actually exists? I thought it was just an urban legend.
I thought so too.
So what's that got to do with the case?
I explained the details of bats and QR video. It's highly likely that Max made the...
So I tried searching through Tokiko's memories using a certain device. While I was in there, I saw you.
I see. But I'm telling you, I don't know this person you're talking about. It could be someone else wearing the same mask.
That doesn't sound...
It's also possible that Tokiko knows Gen, but not the other way around.
Oh, it just ran out of battery.
You're watching too much porn.
Don't you have a softer way of saying that?
You're watching too much porn.
That's not what I meant. Is there anything you can tell me about the Nirvana initiative?
What is that? Is it some sort of plan?
I think so.
Sorry, I don't know what that is.
Hariyuki, there's something bothering me. Something is wrong with Amame.
Yeah, she doesn't seem very energetic today.
No, not that. Her heart rate jumped dramatically earlier. Right when she heard the words Tokiko and Nirvana Initiative.
What?
I really wish I could have wink synced with the other lady. If we're gonna do it, we do it now. Really subtle there, dude. When?
It's okay. It's okay. Everything will be fine.
What was that?
I don't know.
Do you know Tokiko? Do you know something about the Nirvana initiative? Hey, Gen. There's something I want to ask Mame. How do you think I can get her to talk to me?
Let's see. Amame likes trivia, so maybe if you frame your question like a quiz?
A quiz? A quiz. Hey, Mame. The highest mountain in the world is Mount Everest. But what is the second highest mountain?
K2.
I wasn't asking you. What kind of pan can you not cook with?
Pancake.
The answer is simple. Panties.
Oh.
Oh, come on. The last man on Earth heard a knock on his door. Who was it?
The last woman.
No good, huh? The answer was a woman.
Nope, that's wrong too. The answer is LGBTQ+. You're sorely mistaken if you think there are only men and women in this world, dumbass.
I mean, true. But that particular riddle. Yes. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with that's the answer.
A bat and a ball together cost 110 yen. The bat is 100 yen more expensive than the ball. So, how much does the ball cost?
5.
No response.
I'm at a loss. Oh, I know. Maybe if you play that song.
What song?
One moment, please. I'll get it ready.
Late at night, I get a call from you. Satellites circle and fade from view. My voice wavers and my words fail me. So I'll sing. In the dark, the shadows settle in. We embark but cannot see a thing. Rejoice, you're not alone, you are renewed. Everyone is here with you. There is hope within that shining light. The morning sun sees flowers bloom in snow. There is rain within those cheerful eyes. Where it falls, a gorgeous green will grow. And in time, even if the colors turn gray, those memories of you and me, those effervescent days, they will never change. They will never fade. Thanks, Genny. I think I feel a bit better.
That's good.
Looks like Amame is back to her usual self.
Big
Yes, I'm doing prep work for tonight. I can't make the dishes in advance, so I have to start from scratch every day. It's doing all right. I can only do what I can to make my customers happy.
But you don't want Matsushita Diner to show you up, right?
Of course not. Did I say something like that before?
Yeah, I think you did.
I have fond memories of the warehouse district. I go there every morning and...
You always stop by there after stocking up at the market, right?
Do you go buy stock every morning?
Yes, since I can't store meat or fish in the freezer.
And the freezer in the back doesn't open anymore.
Why not?
I can't find the key.
The freezer is locked?
Yes. Though I can still use the refrigerator, so I'm able to manage for now.
locksmith dude.
Don't drink them.
I know.
It was nothing.
Did you get jilted or something?
No. I just lost 50,000 yen on pachinko.
That would definitely hurt.
I can understand why she would feel down.
I was going through a very painful time of my life. It was so bad that I didn't even want to go on. Then, Genny played that song from earlier.
You mean he wrote it?
Well, yes.
The title is The Flower That Blooms in Snow. He recorded it on a cassette and gave it to me as a present.
That's really sweet.
Is that?
It's a portable cassette player. Are you familiar with them?
This is my first time seeing one in person. That's a Volkman, right?
I always have the cassette player on me with the tape inside.
Wow, impressive. I didn't realize that not only are you a good cook, but you can write songs too.
This is a bit embarrassing.
I only know her name from the internet. I just love stories about the occult and conspiracy theories. And when I looked up Nyes, that name came up.
Then what about the Nirvana initiative?
I read about that on the internet too. It was on an occult news site. Supposedly, there's some sort of sinister plan by that name. But that's all that was written about it. Really, I'm telling the truth. Trust me.
We didn't get leads despite all that time we spent here. Neither of them had any information on Tokiko.
But if that's true, why was Gen in Tokiko's Somnium?
Anyway, we can figure that out later. Let's investigate somewhere else for now.
Looks like Shoma isn't here.
Right.
So maybe he's at home.
I don't know. Anyway, no point in staying here. Unless you're planning on doing a ritual to summon UFOs.
Maybe another time.
It was closer to
Let's
go
go
to here
somewhere
first.
else.
It was right next to the other one. Obviously, we were at the very top dot, and now we're at the green dot, and then we're going to the red one. Didn't see much point to go down and up. Guessing they're always in the second place with Jack, potentially.
Shoma, the director of Horodori Institute, Chikara Horodori, was killed. Did you know about that?
Why are you asking me? Of course I know. A killer calling himself Terror did it. But he hasn't been caught yet.
That's why. I want you to help me. Help me uncover Terror's identity.
Ah, still became Date-E. Damn it. 2 for 2. Forgot the IA.
What do you call an older woman who can't keep her hands off you?
A masseuse.
No, the answer is cougar.
What? Come on. So,
I'm cuter.
what are you getting jealous for?
Whew, this really takes me back. I remember playing with drawers when I was young. I would make stairs out of them and climb up.
Are you sure you're an AI? How so?
Okay. What do you get when you change the D's in...
Did he?
Oh, come on. Ryuki!
Yeah.
The kitchen...
How?
It's an...
That's a wonderful...
I had my phone turned off.
Why?
Because there was no reason to turn it on.
I heard you haven't been going to school. If you don't mind, could you tell me why?
I do mind, but can't you tell? I'm all alone, just like that Jin person.
Jin?
I read about it online. He had been sick for a long time. I don't know what his condition is called or whatever, but it was some sort of chronic disease. He was sick since he was young. Stayed in the hospital for a long time, didn't have any friends. According to the article, he took his classes from the hospital. I felt bad for him. One is lonely enough as it is, but he's only one half. I'm sorry, but please don't ask about my dad. I don't want to be reminded of him.
What are you reading?
Probably porn.
It's a book about robotics.
Ha! You see?
That's not pornographic at all.
But think about it. All the pistons and the lubricants and the shafts.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
To be fair, us born book of knowledge, that was machine. Sometimes a cigar is just a cigar.
What?
Tokiko. Tokiko Shigure. I think you might know her. Then what about NICE? Tokiko is the president of NICE.
Why does that matter?
It matters. Terra is definitely related to the QR video. There's a high probability that the video was made by Tokiko, who's the president of NICE.
So what?
I
Leave me
reckon it's his
alone.
mum.
Please. I just want to be left alone.
I'm sorry, dude.
I don't know much about that video. I barely even watched it. I only know about Bats 490.
That reminds me, you haven't told me the details of Bats 490 yet. The rumor is, people who decoded that video message have gone missing. But they all left behind the same clue. I've learned the secret of the world, but you haven't disappeared. Why?
Don't ask me. All I did was decrypt the code. I didn't go anywhere. The only thing I know for sure is that Bats 490 is an ARG. It's just a game. But the Nirvana trial, on the other hand...
Nirvana trial?
It's a video that's been going viral. It was uploaded to ViewCube first, and then it blew up from there. A bunch of people who watched it have gone missing.
Ryuki, I found the video. Do you want to see it?
No, I'll watch it later. This is more important right now. Just so I have the facts straight. This is completely different from the QR video and Bats 490, right?
I already told you, Bats 490 is just a game. No one really went missing, and it had nothing to do with the secret of the world. But the Nirvana trial is different. It's not just a game, it's real. There's something seriously messed up about it.
You've seen it?
No, I was too scared. But people are going missing, one after the other.
Tama, any information on these missing people?
There are about 90,000 people who go missing in Japan each year. That means, on average, about 1,730 people go missing each week. This week, there have been 1,880 missing persons reports filed. That's 150 more than the average, but I can't say whether that's related to the video or not.
Sorry, I need to go somewhere.
Wait, we're not done here.
You can keep the door unlocked. See ya.
I can't believe it. He actually left. What kind of person goes out and leaves a stranger in his home?
Nothing we can do. Looks like we'll have to get moving too.
Ryuki, you look tired. Are you okay?
After all that, we haven't made any progress at all. It takes a toll, knowing you've wasted your time on a case like this.
Why don't you rest for a bit?
I plan on it. That's why I came here. This place is always therapeutic for me.
Is that...
Leon.
What's he doing here?
Let's go find out.
Oh, it's you.
It's you. Trey.
That machine shed isn't used anymore. It used to regulate the fountain pump.
Street light.
Wow. It's spreading.
Yeah.
What's with?
Really?
I was watching the sky.
The sky?
Yeah, like I told you. I've dreamed about being up in the sky since I was a little kid. I always wanted to be a pirate.
You mean pilot?
I like this part. It's quiet, peaceful, serene.
I know the feeling.
It's the perfect place to be left alone with your thoughts.
I agree. But what were you thinking about?
Oh, I just got a request from someone. I agreed to do it on the spot, but now I'm not sure if it was the right choice. I've been wondering if I should have refused instead.
What was the request?
Can't tell you that. It's confidential. Oh, this? It's Alfred. Non-alcoholic beer. I really love this drink. It was in that vending machine, so I got one. Yeah, and that's the video that everyone's talking about online, right? I haven't seen it myself, but I've heard of it. I heard a bunch of people that watched it have gone missing. Though, who knows if that's all true. Supposedly, there's some complex hidden message in that video. Just like Bats 490. I don't know much else.
Do we have to wink syncing, maybe?
Well, I don't know the situation exactly, but I understand what you're asking. You want to get inside that facility and take a look around. Maybe there's something there. Though I didn't see anything last time I was there. Oh well. I'll accept your request. So stop making that face, alright? Cheer up, please.
Facility?
I don't know.
By tonight, he must have meant today. The night of the 12th, right?
I would assume so. He did say he just got the request.
Who did it come from?
I can't tell.
Anyway, I'll be going now. Looks like you've got a lot on your plate, but try not to overdo it. See ya.
By the way, Ryuki, about the Nirvana trial.
Now that you bring it up, we haven't watched the video yet.
Wanna watch it?
Yeah, play it.
What?
I'm sorry. Can you please play it for me?
Very well.
And Rob's ghost.
Hey... Ryuki? Are you okay?
He just played a weird video in his head. So he's not okay. This is when he starts having more of these weird flashbacks. I don't speak this language. You might call it.
What? It can't be. How? Why is it suddenly nighttime?
Don't you know? The Earth rotates toward the east, so...
What was I doing all this time?
You've been standing there? Like an NPC that froze up. Hey, what happened?
That's what I'd like to know. I watched that video and then I came to and now we're here. What time is it, Tama?
21:30.
Could you please visit me at my office again at 10 o'clock tonight?
This is bad. We need to hurry.
Sheesh.
Okay. Maybe we'll do the office visit. So one thing will just lead to another. Maybe we just need to call it. I think we'll just leave it here, actually. Whoa, unless... There's going to be half of her. Oh, right, yep. Another half person. Okay, well then we've got to investigate.
It can't be.
This can't be happening.
No, she's never going to tell us. Okay, right. I am enjoying the game. Yes. It's okay. You're allowed to be late. There's no obligation. I'm just going to do one more scene and then finish the stream for tonight. But I also need to very quickly nip. I'll be right back. I'll leave you on the time I got you. Do you plan on playing it then, Dan? We've got the video. Excellent. Not watching that again, that was weird. Still shattered? Would it be weirder if it wasn't shattered?
Of course not. Who'd put a security camera in their own room?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I think it was around 1400. The president got back from seeing the police, returned to this room, then I haven't seen her since. I'm not always in the president's office. I'm usually on standby in the room outside. I only come here when called.
Tokiko has been in this room since 2 p.m.?
She should have been, yeah.
Has anyone entered or left the room?
No one.
Is it possible that someone was in there before 2 p.m.?
No. I'm sure you're already aware, but the security here is incredibly tight. There are security cameras all over the stairs and corridors, along with the elevator and outside the door. It's impossible to get in without getting noticed.
Twice.
Ryuki, I checked the data on the security cameras. It's true that no one entered this room other than Tokiko, and no one left it either.
The president informed me that you'd be here at 2200, so I let you through into this room. Then, her body. Yeah, that door is the only way in or out. Anyway, I need to report to the people at Nyes.
Very well. Please don't
I
let
keep on
anyone out
missing
of
the
the building.
opportunity to wink sync.
Got it.
It's really annoying me.
How did this happen?
Can we wink sync a dead body?
If I wish to do so, I can resurrect myself.
One thing is for sure. Ryuki, look around the room. No traces of blood.
In other words, Tokiko wasn't killed here.
The culprit must have been Terror. He killed Tokiko somewhere else, then brought her right half here.
But how did he get in the room?
We don't know how he left either.
What if he's still in this room?
No, that's not possible. I checked with X-ray vision. No sign of anyone and no biological responses detected.
Then he had to have escaped somehow.
I suspect the culprit's escape route and way in were the same. So, Ryuki, let's look into finding the escape route first. We should know how the culprit got in once we learn how they got out.
Okay, let's investigate.
I don't like that this keeps on just moving on. I want to look at everything.
Before we begin, I want to point something out. The side with the window is the south. And the waterfall is to the north.
I know that. Why are you mentioning it?
Shut your mouth! It'd be a pain in the ass if we didn't know which way was which. You should be grateful I told you!
Okay. Why are you angry?
Just zip it and get working, alright?
I prefer it if it just let me, you know, inspect everything and then give me the option to come, whatever. Anyway. Are there any character overlaps? Yes. And you can choose to say, hi, I played the first game.
The room is inorganic as a whole, so this really stands out.
It's Tokiko's right half. Just like before, it's been severed at the molecular level. The body appears to have been cut with the same instrument, and she was also bisected while she was still alive.
In other words,
No.
it's highly likely that it was the same killer.
It just
Yes.
links up things
That's
that
why I
you
said
knew.
terror is probably the culprit. The estimated time of death is approximately 3 hours ago, which would be around 1900 today. That's when we were at Yoyagi Park. Looks like... This statue is iron too. As I mentioned before, not on this desk.
Terror killed Tokiko somewhere else, then brought the right half of her body to this room. But how? If you spin this around, a secret staircase from the floor
Won't appear.
A hidden passageway behind it?
Probably not. Is this?
What is it?
Inside Tokiko's womb. There are traces of her having given birth.
What?
Though it wasn't recently. It has to have been more than 20 years ago.
Tokiko has a grown child?
Yes, but there are no records of this anywhere in her family register. She hasn't filed birth registration, and there aren't any records of it in any medical institutions in Japan.
There could be many reasons why.
Wait,
Ooh, hello.
what's this?
They are metal plates shaped like numbers embedded in the board at the front of the desk. So you're able to see them by using X-ray like this.
It's as if this was prepared just for us. Who would do something like this?
Anyway, we can figure that out later. Let's focus on the investigation. There's something in the floor.
Maybe it's a rail? It's embedded in the floor.
It extends from the corner of the statue toward the pond. Looks like the wall behind this waterfall is made of tungsten. It's a material that blocks X-rays, so I'm not able to see anything beyond that wall.
There's something embedded in the wall.
It's a keypad for a pin code.
But this frame is on there tight. It won't budge.
Maybe there's some way to move it.
The same kind of rail is over here.
It's even going toward the same...
There's something coming out of it.
It's an infrared laser.
It's like
The
the
light hits
eyes.
the water particles and disperses, making it visible to the human eye.
The light is shining toward the southeast. It's crossing the pond in a diagonal line.
An infrared laser is coming. It's crossing.
This one's aimed to the... What's this? There's an arrow under the symbol.
And 7 squares, too.
If you detected it with thermo mode, does that mean it's emitting heat?
It must have a heating wire or something embedded in it. Alright, looks like we've investigated what we could for now. Now, let's get to solving the mystery.
How did the culprit get out of the room? That's what you're talking about, right?
Yes. So... the first thing that comes to mind is that rail under the floor.
The electromagnetic rail.
The rail leads from this statue toward the pond.
Yeah,
Do you think the statue moves along the rail?
it's made of iron. So maybe it's pulled with an electromagnet.
It's probably operated with a remote control or something.
But I didn't find anything like that.
Then, please...
Tama, do you have a magnet?
No, I don't. Besides, you can't move something like that with something as small as a portable magnet anyway. What?
There's a saying that goes, faith will move mountains. If you put your heart into it, there's nothing you can't accomplish.
You know, I can discharge an electrical current directly into your brain.
I'm sorry. I'll take this seriously.
Mess around like that during the shoot, and I'll cook your brain with electricity. Yes, we have no other choice.
So, let's get right to it.
Wait, don't actually move it until we're shooting.
What do you mean?
I mean, when we actually record this with the camera and complete the film.
Why are you like this?
Quiet! I'm the director, so you follow my instructions or I'll fire you!
This statue is the same as the one we saw earlier.
The underground rail leads toward the pond.
Which means...
It also needs to move.
well, there's not much else we can do.
So, let's get right to it.
You little shit! Don't make me send you back to the green room, damn it!
She's very disturbing.
Oh, right. We were still in rehearsal. I'm not supposed to move it until the shoot.
Yes, we don't want this important set to get damaged, right?
This is a set?
There was an input device behind this. You already know the numbers to enter, right?
Even if I did, I would need to be able to move the frame.
That's not what I asked. Do you know the code or not? In fact, I need you to know the answer. If you can't even solve this, you don't deserve to call yourself a member of Abyss.
So, can you tell me the numbers? It should be 7 digits.
What? You telling me you don't know?
No, that's not what I meant.
Then spit it out already.
It's a very pushy director, I know, right?
You quit screw.
You saw the non-equal X symbol using thermal mode, didn't you? And
Yes.
there were 16 numbers arranged in a diamond shape. You should be able to use those numbers to figure out the answer. Now, try again.
Why would it be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8? She's gonna yell at me again. How am I supposed to move? You're just guessing, Dan. You're just guessing. I'm not going through all freaking how many combinations there are. screenshot this time. It's just the 16 numbers and it wants 7. But I'm going to stare at the screenshot once it's uploaded itself. It said something about 5 hidden X's. How do you know which 7 it wants? Oh, unless it's 4, 3... Hang on, maybe it's a sum. Okay, it's a sum. 4, 6, 4, 4, 4, 6, 5. No? Hang on, maybe it's just the numbers. Okay, then. 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 5. No? Come on. Okay, well, let's leave it up here as well, so everyone else can have a look. We may need to save and just come back on this. So we start with a puzzle that we have no idea what we're doing. Stream. I'm just going to go with, I have absolutely no idea, so I'm just going to save and continue this next stream because my neck hurts. Tungsten. Buy some bonuses. qualification.
Hurry and check it out. Come on. Good choice.
Okay, let's get paws and tail.
Show me too. Yay! Good choice. Woohoo!
Okay, so just pretending to be a statue. Cool. Bonus hits. Ah. Yeah, so if we want to get all of the eyeballies, at least we don't have enough to unlock all the content. We can go through and do the free play and do all the options. Trying to find content. Whew. I can do that. Okay, we're gonna leave it here. I'll be back tomorrow with Jesse. We're going to be doing Escape Academy, as requested by himself, and also EA. I'm very excited. I should try and get some sleep before then. We're on 4 achievements from this game. I'm taking it systematically. I imagine stuff will unlock more things to do, and I've got the puzzle saved to my phone, so I will have a think about how it could be. I've done the sort of obvious ones from it, so yeah. But yeah, there we are. Excuse me. Right, I'm gonna go lie down. But yeah, so I'll be back tomorrow. Same time, same place. Anyway, I've been Joe, otherwise known as Angel SK. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.